A lot more quiet down here on the fairgrounds. Everybody's pretty much gone. There's still a few campers and things down there that haven't been hauled off yet, but the carnival's gone. All the people are gone for the most part. Life is back to normal, or abnormal. Tell you what though, but after running so hard for so long, go, 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 hurry, 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 rush, 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 and it's hard to get back to being relaxed. It wears on a fella. Anyhow, you dogs, you get back. I don't like the way they go barreling out the door. Hey, hey! Dang dogs, they run out there in the road, and this road, here in the fair time especially, gets really busy. Here, come here! That's somebody on the main one, but don't want no flat dogs. Anyway, danged unruly mutts. Sometimes I wonder if they're worth the trouble. Anyway, I had a phone call this morning that there is a fresh road-killed coyote up the road here. And here it is, end of August. I don't really expect it to look very good, but I'll go take a look and see what he looks like. It might surprise me. I kind of don't think so, but maybe. Best of all, it gets me out of here for an hour or so. This is that spot this spring I live trapped those 2 beaver. There goes a muskrat. Big muskrat. But I don't see any more sign of beaver. Can't believe how much that's overgrown. You can't even see where I was trapping before. All those willows and things in here, that was all open before. I needed the canoe to get down in there and get across. Now that's not even knee deep, I bet. Water level's way down, partly because that dam is gone. That fella still hasn't paid me, but in fairness, I haven't found him to catch up to him yet either. He's always been good in the past, so I'm sure he'll pay me. Could use the money though. This ain't exactly close to home. Gas alone adds up fast. Well, here's the coyote. Let's see what it looks like here. Fur's not that great, but I didn't expect it to be. I'll throw it in anyway and take it home, see if there's anything on there that's worth having. Look out, dogs. It's a young one, not very badly squished or anything. She said it was fresh, and it looks it, but doesn't take very long for it to get smelly in August. It's not very hot today though, and it's still early in the morning. But as long as I'm out here, I think I'll take a run up the road to Wagon Hammer and Wagon Hammer Spring used to be a stagecoach stop, and there's the old Homestead up there. A bunch of apple trees and some apricot trees, plum trees, a lot of choke cherry trees. The last few years there hasn't been any fruit on them because the bears kind of got in there and wrecked them all. As long as I'm out this far, I'll go take a look and see what that looks like. Used to be we'd go up there and we'd pick a bunch of plums and, you know, apricots and things you couldn't get just anywhere. Take them home and then dehydrate them or can them or do something with them. Like I said, the bears kind of put a stop to that, I think. I think they're too far from the road, dogs. You can't get a bite. I'm not seeing any choke cherries. Lily, settle down. This spring there's a lot of blossoms on them choke cherries. I thought it was going to be a really good year for them, but it got so hot and dry I don't think there was hardly any. And what there was, I think the birds got most of. They are usually come ripe right about fair time, and I've been watching for them, and I don't think there was hardly any this year. Not many berries either. It's too hot, too dry this spring. Now this is a trailhead. You can't drive past here, not legally anyway. So we'll walk over here. The apple trees and things are just over that first little rise. This Wagon Hammer area is real popular horseback trail and popular place to go back and look for elk hunting season and things. And this is a hitch rail for the horses. It gets pretty busy back here at times. There's a lot of country though. You can still manage to avoid people if you try. And these are all mostly apple trees. Like I said, there was a few apricot and plums here, but I think all those are gone now. This one close is a maple, which is kind of strange. We don't really have maples here unless they're planted. They don't really grow wild. It's part of an old wagon here. This is the front end where you'd pull it by, and axle shafts, the wheels would have gone on there. Kind of neat. I have no idea how old it is. Anyway, look here real quick and see what we got. I just passed some folks that were coming down the hill, and they told me there were some bear tracks in the trail, which doesn't surprise me if there's any fruit still here. There used to be a lot of bears up here. Years ago, I come up here with my buddy Jack, and thought there might be one in these apple trees, and there was. So we kept coming back. It took it took several nights, several evenings, but he finally ended up getting him, and that was fun. He shot it with a 1876, an original one, in 45-75. Neat old cartridge. It's a bottleneck. Kind of a rare one. You don't hear much about 4575 anymore. Well, this tree's got a few apples. Well, I'm betting there's some bears. These are good apples, but they're, of course not sprayed, so they got some worms in them sometimes. You gotta slice them up with your pocket knife and check each bite before you eat it. Oh yeah, that's bear crap. This one I think's an apricot. Nothing on it. It might be a plum actually. No. Those ones over there, those are plums. I don't see any plums on it. These trees, like I said, the bears have climbed up them and broke them down pretty good, and they're not very healthy anymore. These ones are apricots. I don't see any apricots on them at all. Not a one. Let's see about these apple trees. Well, quite a few apples on the ground. Yeah, there'll be some bears in here. The guys at the food booth for at the fair, they left me a bunch of cooking grease and things for bear bait. I don't know if I really care that much to shoot a bear, but yeah, these are all wormy. I might put out some, well, I will put out some of those post hole sets and pour some grease down the post holes and put a camera on them. See what all we can get coming around. There's probably be mostly bears, but be maybe a wolf in there sooner or later. Kind of nice up here. This would have been a nice place to have homesteaded. If you go up over that next rise up here, there's a big, this whole valley, a big open grassy field. Be good for horses or cattle or whatnot. There's a little bit of water, kind of seasonal, that runs down that crack over there. Yeah, there's a lot of apples anyway. That one looks pretty good, maybe. Try eating it. They are good apples. Just got to make sure there's no bugs. A lot of flavor. Ought to come up here and get a bunch of them and make some applesauce or something. You do need to check every bite though. These aren't apples that you eat with your teeth. Yeah, got a bug in it. More bear crap. Not very big one, it looks like, but still a bear. I don't know, I might come up here one evening and sit for a while and see if anything comes in. Nothing else. It's fun to see them and get some pictures. I don't, like I say, the trouble with bears, we eat the bears, and they're not too bad if they're not real big. And they make good sausage if they are kind of gamey, but the the trouble with a bear is if you shoot one, you pretty much have to get the hide tanned, and that's not cheap to do anymore. So if I pull the trigger, it costs me money. Deer and elk and stuff, I mean, the horns are great, but I don't have the hide tanned or anything. So bears are a little more money to hunt. It is fun though. I enjoy getting them or even just seeing them. I guess what I should do is come up here and put a trail camera out. Be kind of interesting to see what comes around. I'm sure there'd be a bear and probably some deer, maybe some elk. You never know, coyotes and wolves and things, they like fruit too. They might even be after some of these apples. There's a lot of them on the ground though, so I don't think there's a whole lot of critters coming to eat them. Them dogs are having fun. Here! Come here! Cora! Come on, Dots! Come on, Lily! Come on, kids! Come on! I love the way Dottie runs, those little short legs, awful cute. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Good dogs. But I guess for today I need to get back down to the fairgrounds and get back to work cleaning it up. Like I said, this was not that much further past that coyote, so I figured I'd run up here real quick, see what it looks like. The apples are encouraging. No choke cherries, no apricots. This one over here, that's an elderberry. Let's see if there's anything on that. Just offhand, I don't see anything. I don't think it's a very good berry year. It was just too dry. Well, there is some on here. These won't be ripe until probably October. There's actually quite a few. One thing I like about picking elderberries, they grow in such big clumps like this that you can pick a lot of them fast. These ones are starting to turn blue. They'll be kind of a blue, almost black. Well, there we go. Then they'll get a white film on them that is a natural yeast. Like that. They make good jelly and jam. They make good wine. You always hear about elderberry wine. Cindy makes a concoction that is basically steamed and crushed elderberries in a little bit of vodka, and it's horrible. It's horrible tasting stuff. But elderberries have been used for centuries to fight the flu and colds and things like that. So we keep a bottle of that in the refrigerator and take one shot glass or so per day, and we don't get sick, not very often, very rarely. I don't know if it's due to the elderberries or not, but like I say, it doesn't taste good. But if it keeps you out there off the sick bed, it's worth it. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. I'd better go back home and get back to work. Work is a 4-letter word. See you next time. Bye.